Hi all, welcome to the A-League SBC guide. We've got Riera and Honda from the A-League. We also have Skriniar and Dzeko for the Serie A, but we're going to focus on this video in the A-League. So if we can smash links, awesome, sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at GSLegend. All the links are down below for posting the channel and social media links as always. And if you've done either of these SBCs, who did you go for? What did you kind of fancy from your packs and so forth? So the league roughly works out at the moment about 60k to do, 50-60k to do. Adelaide roughly 5-6k to do. The silvers across the whole league, for what I'm seeing, the ceiling prices are around 1,000 coins, between 800 to 1,000 coins. Bronzes, I've tried to, when I've built these teams, I've tried to put in as many that are still going for 200-300 coins. Realistically, for a 60k spend, 50-60k spend on the SBC, it isn't too bad. Like the premium silver players pack's like around 6-7k pack, and I would say personally, obviously this German player here is a little bit expensive. With a number of these teams as well, folks, I will say as well that the teams, literally, some of them you can get away with the higher rated options, like for example with Sydney, because like Melbourne Victory, sorry, because you have Toivonen and Honda, you could literally put the two of them in and then just go practically as bronze as possible. But obviously at times people will still identify this with some of the teams, even with some of the teams where there's quite a few silvers, they will identify right away that some of the silvers you can bump up the prices a little bit. Brisbane Roar's a 6-7k spend at the moment. I'm hoping it can squeeze down a little. You get a small rare mixed players pack. I can never judge the price value of some of these packs. Like a rare mixed players pack, I would generally value at around like a 10-12k pack. So maybe a small rare mixed players pack is like a 4-5k pack. It is never easy to tell. But all of the teams that are featured are in the SBC guide as always. I will leave the links to every single team in the description down below if you want to use the links, just to give you a better idea. I know by the time the video is live, by the time I've put the links in the description, all my routes are very likely, and even some of these routes as well, are probably going to be inflated. I'm fully aware of that, but as always, we know for the first run that you want to kind of get out of the way and then let the prices settle over the weekend and then redo the routes. So while players just now, a number of the bronzes may be 200, the number of the silvers might be 1,000, you give it the weekend once people have opened up the packs, done the bronze pack method over the weekend, because this is a very bronze pack method heavy league, which is expected. So with the A-League, because of so many that are bronze players, and the good thing is a lot of the teams you can pretty much just get bronze, so you can be patient and just doing this when you feel like it, as long as you're just happy to just kind of get the bronzes in. And because more and more leagues are starting, we're now at 8 leagues in terms of SBC leagues, so it's kind of crazy. I know a lot of people would say in the comments, where's Bolt, where's my SBC Bolt card or whatever. Could you imagine if he actually had signed a contract and been given a card? I think they would have done an SBC card of Bolt. They would have really for it. But it's a small rare silver players pack for Central Coast, and it's roughly around 3k to do. It's not the most ideal for spend and for pack reward, but you just have to bite yourself in the tongue. Melbourne City is really expensive for the pack return. It's a mixed players pack, roughly around 7-8k at the moment. The one thing I'm noticing with this one is it's trying to make sure that the silvers that you put in aren't inflated, because some of them are a little bit inflated, like 800, 1,000 coins. The bronzes like La Rocca, for example, are pretty much discard. It is just a case of, as I said, wait till the weekend is settled. If you've got these cards and you're really badly just like, oh, I just want to get the coins in, then you can sell them off now. It wouldn't hurt. Like personally for me, I would give it the weekend, folks. Like a lot of these teams, the prices should stabilise over the weekend. It gives you a better idea. People will panic sell just now. The folk that, because there will have been people that invest for like the marquee matchups. There'll be people that invest for like the marquee matchups for this, and just go kind of coin heavy, player heavy on pretty much every team in the league. Fornaroli just kind of helps make Melbourne City work because he's so high rated. That's the positive about that. So Melbourne Victory is the most expensive team for what I'm seeing at the moment for all of the teams. It roughly works out between 8 to 10k, and that is with Honda and Toivonen, sorry. I would assume, looking at it, that this team can be done a lot cheaper still, even with Toivonen and Honda, because Honda goes for 700, Toivonen goes for around 400 coins. I would say, because of the ratings requirement for your 7.5k pack, you've got to remember that's out of all the packs, I would say this is maybe your best SBC on top of maybe Sydney to do for spend that you'll put into this, then what your pack return and so forth. I would say, as I said, I'll wait till the weekend settles. I'll give it maybe Sunday, Monday. I will have a look again and then see where we can tackle these routes to see how much cheaper we can do it. 64k is the target. I want to get under 60. I'd like to even push it nearer 50 if I can. With the Newcastle Jets, this is about a 4k spend. Small rare mixed players pack, which isn't too bad. I feel this is the common one. This is the most common pack you generally see, is like a mixed players pack for these SBCs. They'll either do a mixed, a premium, I think a prime, or a rare. Like a rare mixed players pack, it gives you a chance for golds. That's the way to look at it. And because they're rare, you would hope and pray that all you need is one good gold in that pack, or even one good silver, and suddenly your pack's worth a few packs paid out. Like a 60k spend, and roughly the maths that I've worked out, I would say 7, 12, 15, 18, 25, 28, 29, 32, 37, 38k, 43. It's nearly 50k worth of, like between 40 and 50k worth of packs, and I would personally say it's worth the chance, especially with the premium mixed players pack that you get for Sydney, the rare mixed players packs that you get for Newcastle Jets and Brisbane Roar respectively, and then obviously you've got to factor in the small gold players pack, the gold pack, and even the mixed players packs. But plenty of food for thought, folks, depending on how you want to play it out. As I said, if it stays around 50-60k, this is an SBC, this is a whole league worth doing, just like repeatedly, maybe even if you're one of these. Good thing, this is why it's glad it's repeatable. With Perth Glory, it's a 5k spend for a mixed players pack. Same routine. Now, as you can see, I've got Taggart up front. Now, I will say, at the moment, you don't really need them. When I built this team at the time, everyone was pretty much like rock bottom, and obviously prices have crept up over the hour, and I would easily say if you get a bronze in, it's not going to be difficult. Like a 5k spend at the moment, I would say if it can go to 4, then you're sorted. You're more than sorted with this. It's nothing. Santalab, Taggart's another team. Brain has gone. My brain has gone tonight. I've been doing too many SBCs. Now, with Sydney, as I said, this is the premium mixed players pack. This is working out around 7-8k to spend. I think it can be done for less. Like, yes, there is Ninkovic, yes, there's De Jong, yes, there's Lafondra, but I honestly think, and Zulu makes it expensive, but he looks like someone that if you could snipe him quite easily, he looks like a common card that you could snipe. But De Jong, I think you can do it without. I'm just kind of, as I say, I'm going to keep racking my brains over the weekend, see how much we can kind of take off the value of this. If it's 8k just now, I'm wanting to push it to nearer 6-7k for you guys. There'll always be room for it to drop, and it's just going to take a bit of patience. This dude's probably one of the more expensive players at the moment. He's like 800 to 1,000 coins, but I have seen cheaper. But as I said, Ninkovic makes this cheap in terms of his rating, and you can just build around him. De Jong, obviously, he's always been a gold, but or consistently been a gold, I should say. And now he's obviously a silver, which doesn't help. If he had been a gold, this would make it a lot easier. With Perth Glory, I meant to say as well, you don't need to put Castro in at left mid because he's like 1,000-1,500 coins. Wellington Phoenix. Now this one is a 4k spend for a gold pack. Looking at it, and I probably would say this, some of the players, especially some of the silvers that you may have to throw in, even some of the bronzes could be a little bit inflated, that 500, 800 coin mark. The way I'm thinking is to potentially, there is maybe potential where this type of team, you could get all the bronzes for 200, and depending where needed, the silvers accommodating for wherever, as long as they're the cheap ones. I think you could get someone like a Toivonen or a Ninkovic or a Fornaroli put into Wellington Phoenix team, and you're suddenly sorted from there, where if the silvers are 500 coins each, 500 to 1,000 coins, and suddenly you can put a gold in and just build around them and just have all bronzes. It just eases it, because it's only 10, it's asking for 10 Wellington Phoenix, and then obviously 11 from the A-League. And then the last team of all is the Western Sydney Wanderers. The lowest I've seen this possible is 4.5k between, and then say 6k for Xbox. But as a whole, I think it is very, very affordable. Small gold players pack is what you get for this, and I would quite honestly say Bonavicia seems to be the common player that kind of makes this team click. Raul Llorente at left back as well. But as we're saying, it just will need the weekend. I'll keep reiterating it. It will take me the weekend to let it settle, and we'll see where the 64k spend accumulates to, and we'll just kind of rack our brains of where we can kind of take the price down from here. The Bacchus brothers, they seem to both be around 200 each, which kind of just helps. And then you just have a front three that's not exactly expensive, it's just more a case of putting them in accordingly. And it's not like most of the bronze, this is what I'm quite glad is, most of the bronzes just now are still 200, and I think that's going to remain that way if the bronze pack method plays into effect. That's my honest hope. But hopefully you enjoy this, folks. As I said, let me know in the comments down below what you got in your packs, if you've done this, who you went for the SBC. Did you go for Riera or did you go for Honda? And as always, smash the likes, it would be awesome. Sub to the channel for now. Follow me on Twitter at GZaLegend. I'll get the Serie A up hopefully tonight. Sub to, and I will catch you all later.